Okay. So we'll now proceed further, and now we'll actually have a look at the format of the Prezi. Okay, we are all going to take a look at the format of the Prezi. So what is exactly that you'll need to do? See, there are certain steps that you'll need to follow when it comes to Prezi. First and foremost, the first step was to read all the passage clearly, okay, carefully, and at least read it 3 to 5 times in order to get a proper idea of the paragraph. You will never understand the meaning of the paragraph or the concept of the paragraph if you've not read it at least 3 times. After that, okay, you will have to underline all the important pointers you feel that should be added in the Prezi. Okay, you've underlined all the important pointers, and this is how the outline of your Prezi is ready. Once the outline of your Prezi is ready, okay, you want to go through it again, you can just go through it. And you want to eliminate further pointers, just do it. You can eliminate pointers further as well. Once your final outline is ready, you now make a rough draft. Now that may exceed 50 words. Let's say it may go up to 60, 65 words. It's okay. That's not a problem. Our main idea is that in the final draft, the final Prezi, it should not go beyond 50 words, because the moment, even if it is 51 words, say goodbye to your Prezi, you'll not get marks in it. And remember one thing, whenever you're writing your Prezi in grid format, it's not that your sentences do not need to make sense. They need to make sense. You should literally understand, like your paper corrector should exactly understand what has been written by you. It should not be, there should be no grammatical errors in the sentences. Let me tell you all. Another important thing that I'll be telling you all about Prezi writing is that it will never have any kind of punctuation. Remember, even if you put in one comma in the Prezi, you will have to make use of one box. Okay, you'll have to make use of one box. So avoid any kind of punctuation in Prezi writing. The only punctuation that we are going to make use of is a full stop, that too just next to the word. That's it. No comma, nothing at all. No, 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 absolutely no punctuations in the Prezi. No comma, no double inverted comma, nothing, no question mark, nothing. It should be sentences, it should be statements without any punctuation other than a full stop. The only punctuation you'll have in your Prezi is a full stop. Will entire marks be cut if 1 or 2 words are more in fair draft? Yes. It should be exactly 50 words. Not a word more, not a word less. Exact 50, because that's the entire skill that we are testing. That's the skill that we are testing for you, and the skill is of writing a Prezi. And trust me, when I say this, it's not a piece of cake to write a Prezi. You need to practice it in order to get perfect at it. It needs practice. Okay, come on. Now, can you all have a look at these pointers? Rough draft in pencil, fair draft in ink simply means when you create that rough draft, the boxes should be drawn in the with a pencil, and you should write the words also with the pencil only. The words should be written with a pencil only. You are not going to write them with pen. But yes, when it comes to fair draft, you're going to write your words also in pen, and you're going to draw your box also with pen. In fair draft, you're not going to create your boxes with a pencil. Okay, neatly drawn numbered 50 words mentioned in the bracket. I will talk about that. Okay, first just write down these pointers in your books. All of you all, come on, start writing. The final draft grid should be drawn with a pen. Yes. I mean, it's quite absurd, I know, but yes, your final draft grid also that you all will create, it is going to be drawn with a pen only and not with a pencil. No, a full stop will not occupy a whole box. Let's suppose if you want to end your statement. So after that word only that you've written, just add a full stop. That's okay. A full stop will never occupy a whole box, but yes, a comma or any other punctuation will occupy another full box. Okay, perfect. You all are done writing, all of y'all? Can we make more than rough draft? Avoid. Only one rough draft and one fair draft. Okay, you're actually, rightly, actually you're going to just end up wasting time making more than one rough draft. So don't do that. You all do not have to make more than one rough draft. One is more than enough, and then go on with your fair draft. Okay, come on. I'll now show you all exactly one example of a Prezi. Okay, come on. Let's proceed further now. See, let's read. I'll just read out the paragraph for you all. Okay, and then let's understand how do we have to convert this into a Prezi. Teaching is the noblest of professions. A teacher has a sacred duty to perform. It is he on whom rests the responsibility of molding the character of young children. Apart from developing their intellect, he can inculcate in them qualities of good citizenship, remaining neat and clean, talking decently, and sitting properly. These virtues are not easy to be imbibed. Only he who himself leads a life of simplicity, purity, and rigid discipline can successfully cultivate these habits in his pupils. Besides, a teacher always remains young. He may grow old in age, but not in spite. Perpetual contact with budding youths keeps him happy and cheerful. There are moments when domestic worries weigh heavily on his mind, but the delightful company of innocent children makes him overcome his transient moods of despair. Okay. Quick words, like a few words that you all might have found it difficult. These virtues are not easy to be imbibed. Imbibed here means to inculcate in someone. Perpetual contact with budding youths. Perpetual means constant contact. Budding youths, growing children, keeps him happy and cheerful. There are moments when domestic worries weigh heavily on his mind, but delightful company of innocent children make him overcome his transient moods of despair. Transient moods of despair means it makes him overcome his sadness. Okay, it makes him overcome his sadness. Now, see, these are all the pointers that I found were important to be added in our Prezi. Teaching is the noblest of profession. It's a sacred duty on whom rests the responsibility of molding the character. Okay. Good citizenship, remaining neat and clean, talking decently, and sitting properly are the qualities should be imbibed. One who himself leads a life of simplicity, purity, and rigid discipline can successfully cultivate these habits in his pupils. Teacher always remain young. Perpetual contact with budding youth keeps him happy and cheerful. Moments when domestic worries weigh heavily on his mind. Delightful company of innocent children makes him overcome his despair. So what did I do over here? All the pointers that I found were important, I added them in I just underlined them. Now, whatever I have underlined, it is not important that I'm going to add all the pointers in my final draft. Some I'm going to eliminate and some I'm going to recreate in my own words. Okay, I'm going to recreate them in my own words, just ensuring that the words do not go beyond 50. Express in not more than 50 words with the help of the above passage as to how teaching plays an important role in guiding children to become more responsible citizens of tomorrow. Okay, now have a look at the rough grid. This is your rough grid over here. Okay, now If you'll have a look, see what is neatly numbered. The neatly numbered, someone had asked me, what do we mean by the neatly numbered part? This is exactly what I mean. You're going to make a separate row and a separate column just to add in the serial numbers. I'll tell you what happens is a lot of time, because you're in such a rush to complete your paper, you'll end up forgetting that you had to write 50 words and you'll end up writing more words. And kabhi kabhi aapka jo column bhi banta hai, it is not proper, it is incorrect, like you've added, more boxes to it. So now, in order to avoid that, you will always create this one extra row and one extra column and one extra row. Okay, you always create one more in order to add serial numbers to it. So you're sure of one thing, that the number of boxes created by you are just 50 and not more. So teaching is considered as one of the noblest profession. Besides developing intellect of children, the teacher needs to inculcate good civility and decent demeanor in them. Who himself leads life of simplicity, purity, can cultivate habits in pupils. He is expected to lead from front while leading a life with virtues mentioned above. This why here means while. Okay, this why here means while. So while leading a life with virtues mentioned above. So what happened over here was, I ended up writing my rough draft that exceeded beyond 50 words. It came up to 52 words. So now what I'll have to do is, I'll have to rephrase the sentences in such a manner that it ends up coming to only 50, not a word more and not a word less. And now once you all are done, writing your rough grid, as I told you all, this is exactly what you're going to do. You are just going to cancel it up like this. In the examination also, you're just going to scratch off your rough grid. Now remember one thing, we do not want designs over here. We don't want like aisa kuch nahi chahiye hum log ko. All we just want from you is one straight line. That's it. Khatam. That's it. No cancellations, no extra lines, just one line, and that is it. This is a clear indicator to the paper corrector that this is my rough grid which I have cancelled. Is this clear to you all? Is the rough grid part clear to all of you all? Anyone who's got any doubts? Okay, perfect. So we'll now proceed further with the final draft. And this is exactly how your fair grid actually looks. Teaching is considered as one of the noblest profession. Besides developing the intellect of children, the teacher needs to inculcate good quality and a decent demeanor in them. To imbibe the above mentioned virtues, he is expected to lead from the front by leading a simple, pure and disciplined life. Okay. Now, is this fair grid clear to all? Any doubts pertaining to your fair grid? Okay, there are no full stops here, but you all can add. Okay, you all can add the full stop. For example, teaching is considered as one of the noblest profession, full stop. Besides developing the intellect of children, the teacher needs to inculcate good civility and a decent demeanor in them to imbibe the above mentioned virtues. Full stop. He is expected to lead from the front by leading a life simple, pure and disciplined. That's it. Okay. One second, just a minute. See, in the 10th row, there should be a comma between simple, pure, absolutely correct. But if I add a comma, I will have to actually use an entire box for that. which I do not want to. So I've not added a comma, and that's absolutely okay. You can, the least punctuation you can use is a full stop, nothing other than that. Even if you feel there should be a comma, you are not going to add it. Okay, that's absolutely okay. Is this that no, you all cannot have commas? No. Your sentences can be long. Your sentences can be long. Absolutely, yes. Your sentences can be long because you're supposed to write them in such a manner. Okay. There will be no such punctuation errors, just a full stop. Don't worry about it. And if you feel without a punctuation, your sentence is not going to make sense, that's not going to happen over here, because ultimately, even your paper corrector knows it's a Prezi. Okay, it's a Prezi. Yeah. So there is a doubt which has come up, is that in how did I manage to bring it to 50 words from 52 words? Like my rough draft had 52 words. So how did I manage to bring it down to 50 words? If you'll just have a look at the fair grid, okay, over here in my rough grid, the words extra used were mentioned above. Okay. Mentioned above were the extra words used. And what did I simply do was, I rephrased my sentence in such a manner that I use the words above mentioned in somewhere in the fair grid only. Okay, what did I simply do was decent demeanor in them to imbibe the above mentioned virtues. Well, earlier what I had done was, I had actually written this particular line in two different sentences. Okay, I had written them in two different sentences. I'll compare it and show it to you all. See, besides developing intellect of children, the teacher needs to inculcate good civility and decent demeanor in them. That was one sentence, okay? Leading a life with virtues mentioned above. This was the second sentence. So might as well, what did I do was, I combined both the sentences and recreated them into one. Okay, I recreated them into one. Now, what I want all of you all to do is, I want you all to write down this particular grid. You all can just take a screenshot of this particular question. I'm okay with the screenshot, but rough grid and fair grid, I want all of you all to write right now. And at any given point of time, I would, ask you all to switch on your videos and show me the book, because I want to be sure of one thing. And the one thing is that have you understood how to draw the grid and how to write it? Okay, so you can just take a screenshot of the question, and the rest you all are going to create it right now, and I will ask you all your video to switch on your videos and to show me what you have written. So all of you will be ready with that. I'll tell you, initially it will take a lot of time to make your fair Prezi. Yes, initially it is going to take a lot of time, but as you practice a little, you'll get perfect at it. And there will be a time like you read the passage three times and you exactly know what's going to come in your fair grade. This is a exercise which is going to take a lot of time for you to perfect, but trust me, you have 3 years with this. Your 8th, 9th and 10th. 3 years. If you'll start practicing from today itself, trust me, in a matter of 2 weeks, just 2 weeks, you will be able to excel at it. And don't forget, I am yet to give you all the trick that is related to your writing skill, as well as to how do you get perfect at it, which I told you all I will be giving it to you all in the end. Okay, that will also include a trick as to how you can get yourself perfect in Prezi. As of now, yeah, I hope you all have taken a screenshot of this question. Just take a screenshot of this question, and afterwards I'll show you the rough grid and the fair grid. I want you all to draw the rough grid and the fair grid right now in front of me. Okay, all of you are done taking the screenshot? Okay, come on. Now, this is the rough grid. I want you all to create this rough grid in your books right now. Okay, I want you all to create the rough grid right now in your books. I'll just quickly repeat my instructions. I have given you all this Prezi question. Okay, you all have to just take a screenshot of the question, and the rough grid and the fair grid will be created by you all right now in the class. Okay, you all are going to write them down right in the class. You all are going to create the rough grid, and the fair grid. I'll be asking you all to switch on your videos to show me what exactly you have written. This exercise is conducted only to ensure one thing, that you all have understood how to create the grid, how to create the boxes of a Prezi. Yes, you all will have to copy the rough grid and the fair grid both. Come on, start writing. Once you all are done with the rough grid, okay, you all are going to switch on your cameras and you all are going to show it to me. All of you all. Okay, you're done with the rough grid, at least the drawing part, if not the writing part. Are you all done with drawing the rough grid at least? Okay, now once you all are done with the drawing part, you all can start writing it as well. Virat, are you done? I would request you to switch on your camera to show me the rough grid and the rough draft that you have drawn. Okay, absolutely perfect. Very good. Perfect. The words written in the rough grid also need to be written with pen? No. The words written in the rough grid should be written with a pencil. Remember, your rough grid, your rough draft, drawn with a pencil, written with a pencil. Okay, and your fair draft, drawn with a pen, written with a pen. Perfect. It's okay. If right now you don't have the resources, you all can just draw it. At least I'll get an idea of exactly you'll know how it has to be done. But in the examination, remember, rough draft written with a pencil, drawn with a pencil, fair draft written with a pen, drawn with a pen. Okay. Anyone else who's done with the rough draft? Okay. Janvi, can you show it to me? Yes, please, Nida. Okay. Tanishka, you can just show me what you've the rough draft that you've drawn. Perfect. Very good. Tanishka, very good. Janvi, very good. Perfect. Very good. Okay. Perfect. What about others? Are they done? Perfect, Chaitanya. Very good. Perfect. Okay. Perfect. Done. Take it. So now anyone else is left to complete the rough grade part? Take it. Perfect. Now the ones who are still writing, just take a screenshot. Okay. Perfect, Anushka. Very good. It's proper. Okay. So yes, the ones who are still writing, just take a screenshot and you all can continue writing later. Yes, Parth. Perfect. Very good, Parth. And now we'll move on to the fair grade. Also, here take a screenshot. Okay, you all can write it later in your books. Now, guys, is the concept of Prezi writing, of how to write a Prezi, now clear to all of you all? Like what are the steps to write a Prezi, and then exactly how you're supposed to go ahead with a Prezi, what to write, what to omit. Is that all clear to all now? Okay. Yes, clear? Okay. Now, I was telling you from the beginning of the lecture that I have a trick to share with you all in order to get, good in your writing skills. See, your writing skill consists of story, three different types of essays, that is narrative, descriptive, and argumentative, a picture composition, and a précis. These are six things, these are six writing skills that you'll need to focus on. Now, when we talk about these writing skills, okay, when we talk about a story, essay, or picture composition, or your précis, how do we go about it? How do we improve in it? How do we practice in it? For that, I'm just asking you all 6 weeks of yours. I just want your 6 weeks. That's it. Now I'll tell you what you'll have to do in the 6 weeks. Let's say today we are done with précis and we are done with your story writing. What you can simply do is you can pick up a story. Okay, you can pick up a story and you can actually write the story. No, I'm not asking you to write it all by yourself. I don't want you to write it all by yourself. I want you to copyright a story. Pick it up from any book, any internet. Pick it up and copyright the story. Okay, for 6 days. For 6 days, keep copywriting one story every day. Now, just ensure one thing, that when you're copywriting a story, there should be no distraction in there in front of you, like no mobile phone, television. Whenever you're writing your story, like copywriting them, ensure you're sitting with complete concentration and all you're focusing is on the story. Practice story writing in such a manner for 7 days. That is 6 days. Every day, one story should be written by you. Copyright them. But on the seventh day, pick up any topic and write it all by yourself. Now, when you're copywriting a story, let the length should be 1.5 page. That's it. Even if it is going to two, no problem. But on the seventh day, try writing a story all by yourself. You know what happened in these 6 days? You actually started understanding the different techniques of beginning a story, words, pointers, different kinds of words, different kinds of words. Yes, all the story that you'll write in the 6 days should be different. Ensure the stories that you're writing are different. And on the seventh day, when you compare the story that you would write before and the story you've written now, you will yourself see the difference, to what an extent you have improved in your story writing. Follow this for all the essays: argumentative, narrative, descriptive. Pick up for argumentative essay, give just 1 week. Narrative, give 1 week. Practice everything. You have a lot of time. This 6 week of practice today will help you excel in your board exams. Trust me when I say this, if you all have done this diligently every day, when it comes to your board exams, or even if in your ninth standard or this particular exams also, you will never ever score less than 18 out of 20 or 19 out of 20 if this is the technique diligently followed by all. You will get so better at your writing skills, and then just see the way your marks in language enhance. It is going to go beyond, and you will never be able to imagine also कि you would be able to write this, because yes, I'm telling you, you all have the potential to be amazing writers. It's just that a little bit of practice and you all are good to go at it. So is the technique clear to all? For précis also do the same thing. Okay, practice a précis. For the fair draft, all I'll suggest is try writing the fair draft all by yourself. Even if you're like writing the rough draft by copying it or something, write the fair draft all by yourself. Or if you want, you can write the précis all by yourself every day. A 7-day practice should be more than enough for you to get yourself better at précis. Is the trick now clear to all of you all? How to go ahead with your writing skills and with your précis writing? I hope the content explained to you all, that is the story and the précis, completely clear to y'all. And today, once the session is getting over, I'm sure none of you are out there sitting with any doubts pertaining to Prezi and story writing. Okay. So, guys, with this, we'll wind up with our class. Wishing you all the very best for your upcoming examinations. Okay, I really hope to see you all again very soon, and wishing you all a very happy new year. Let this year bring a lot of success for you all, and you all excel in each and everything, whatever you do. Thank you so much, guys. I'll definitely see you all again really very soon. Thank you so much, Parth. Thank you. Your coordinators will get in touch with you all. Okay, your coordinators will get in touch with you all. Thank you so much.